Okay, I'm going to jump right in and start talking today about a new series, a series that I'm very, very passionate about. I want to talk about coaching over the next few weeks. Most of us would agree that coaching is about adding value, it's about improvement, it's about development. In games and sports, uh, we hire coaches to help our children improve. At the very top level of individual sports or team sports like football, coaches are directly responsible for winning events. That's why they get paid so much, and that's why they get fired so quickly when they don't produce results. When I wanted to learn more about executive and life coaching, I attended courses. One of the first things I noticed was that 80% of the attendees, okay, the participants, were actually expatriates, okay, and they were doing coaching professionally as a profession. And I saw that their clients were CEOs or top ranking managers. It's when that's when I realized that coaching was actually offered to the high performers. Coaching was a privilege. When coaching was introduced to the Singapore Civil Service and then later to the Singapore Armed Forces, it was the most senior civil servants and most senior officers who were first assigned personal coaches. I myself have found huge personal progress through having a coach, and I soon became convinced that coaching was a very effective way to empower people to get the results that they wanted in their lives. Coaching can be a very lucrative profession. I mean, you look at Tony Robbins, you look at John Maxwell or Brian Tracy, the famous names, but there are many, many well-known, very well-paid executive coaches. Now, I'm not a professional coach, but I'd like to share with you why I adopt a professional coaching approach. I coach because it helps me fulfill my own life mission, which is to create a community of empowering leaders who are committed, caring, and courageous. Why should you coach? I think you should coach because the explosive growth of your network marketing business, a multi-level marketing business, depends on leaders being coached to be successful, and then in turn, duplicating the process by coaching others to coach others. Today, I want to do just one thing. Just want to define coaching, what it is and what it's not. So what is coaching? Coaching is about facilitating positive change. It unlocks a person's potential to maximize their performance. Coaching helps people learn rather than teaching them. That's why a coach doesn't have to be an expert in your particular field. The International Coaching Federation defines coaching as participating with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. However, one of the best definitions I have read on coaching is by the Institute for Life Coach Training. This institute simply defines coaching as a professional relationship that helps people produce extraordinary results in their lives, careers, businesses, or organizations, helping them to bridge the gap between where they are now and where they want to be. Unlike training, the coaching may not be an expert in the client's particular field. In coaching, we see the clients as the experts on their own lives, and the coach's job is to listen, make observations, ask powerful questions, and hold up a mirror to help the clients see what they may not see in themselves. What coaching is not. Let's look at what coaching is not. Okay. Professional coaching focuses on setting goals, creating outcomes, and managing personal change. Sometimes it's helpful to understand coaching by distinguishing it from other personal or organizational support professions. For example, therapy. In therapy, the focus is often on resolving difficulties arising from the past that hamper an individual's emotional functioning in the present. Coaching, on the other hand, is future focused. The primary focus is on creating actionable strategies for achieving specific goals in one's work or personal life. The emphasis in a coaching relationship are on action, accountability, and follow through. It's forward moving actions. Then you also have this profession of consulting. Okay. The assumption is the consultant will diagnose problems and prescribe, and sometimes also implement solutions. With coaching, the assumption is that individuals or teams are capable of generating their own solutions, with the coach supplying supportive, discovery-based approaches and frameworks. Then you have mentoring. Okay, this is the most commonly used term interchangeably. Okay, mentoring. A mentor is an expert who provides wisdom and guidance based on his or her own experience. Mentoring may include advising, counseling, and coaching, and focuses instead on individuals or groups setting and reaching. Mentoring may include advising, counseling, and coaching, whereas the coaching process does not include advising or counseling. The coaching process focuses instead on individuals or groups setting and reaching their own objectives. Then you have training. Okay. Training programs are based on objectives set out by the trainer or instructor. Although the objectives are clarified in the coaching process, they are set by the individual or team being coached, with guidance provided by the coach. In training, we also assume a linear learning path that coincides with an established curriculum. Okay. Coaching is less linear without a set curriculum. Finally, let's look at athletic development, where the word coach is most used. So, although we use a lot of sports metaphors, professional coaching is different from sports coaching. The athletic coach is often seen as an expert who guides and directs the behavior of individuals or teams based on his experience and knowledge. Professional coaches possess these qualities, but their experience and knowledge of the individual or team determines the direction. Additionally, professional coaching, unlike athletic development, does not focus on behaviors that are being executed poorly or incorrectly. Let me repeat it again. Professional coaching, unlike athletic development, does not focus on behaviors that are being executed poorly or incorrectly. Instead, the focus is on identifying opportunity for development based on an individual's strengths and capabilities. Okay, so the key word here is focus. It doesn't mean we totally ignore behaviors that are being executed poorly or incorrectly, because the coach is the only one who can spot these, but his focus is not on correcting weaknesses, but on developing strengths. Now, some of these elements of these professionals actually do apply to coaching. So I myself use these readily recognizable elements to describe what a coach does. So this is how I personally introduce coaching. I tell people that coaching is a synthesis of elements from a mentor, manager, personal trainer, and sports coach. In the first session with me as a coach, it's like having a mentor to really believe in you and help you set big goals for yourself. So once you've worked out your goals, then your coach is like the best manager you've ever had, helping you set strategies, set deadlines, and monitor your progress. Your coach is also like your personal trainer by keeping you in action and focus on your goals. For example, with a personal trainer, you may swim 20 laps 3 times a week, whereas on your own, you may just swim once in a while when you're free. Finally, as a coach, I'm like a sports coach, okay, by providing you with objective input or like a video feedback so that you can make the necessary adjustments to improve your performance. I mean, you take golf, your swing now that you can't see how bad your swing, what you're doing wrong. You can't see that. Only someone standing away, objectively looking, can say and can make the necessary adjustments. Okay. So having a coach is like having a mentor, manager, personal trainer, and sports coach all roll into one, and a whole lot more. Because I'm not in your life and I have no personal agenda, I can be your confidant. I can be 100% committed to you achieving your goals. And I believe that there's almost no other structure in life that can give you this benefit. So I hope this introduction to coaching has been useful. Coaching is simply asking, not advising, listening more than talking, and focusing on the future, not on the past. The results of coaching are determined by the coachee, not the coach.